What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Happy 1st of December of 2021. Can you believe it's like the grand finale of 2021? We've reached the final mark. And what can we say? Hopefully, 2021 treated you well. And I'm acting like it's already like we have a month, 31 days left. Those relax, chill. Okay, so but you know what I mean? Like this is it. Like this is the last month of 2021. And maybe I'll share a little, I'll do a recap of 2021 at the end of this journey, which I'm about to embark on. This craziness. For those that have been following me, from my subscribers, my loyal subscribers, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for sticking around. I know this channel, it's my channel of randomness and random vlogging. And, last video I posted was a boxing prediction. I've done, random vlog post videos on here. I did Vlogmas last year, 2021, which brings me to here. We're doing it again. We are doing this again. Vlogmas 2021. Did I say that? Yeah, I did Vlogmas 2020. I'm doing 2021 this year. 31 days. I'm probably going to stick with 25 days. I think I'm going to do 25. Who knows? Maybe 31 days. But I think it's 25. I think it's up to Christmas. I think it's the rule of Vlogmas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comment section. So I'm going to be doing this Vlogmas challenge once again, inspired by the community, by Vid Houston. Shout out to the Vid Houston team, Eric Calderon, Roy Ford. I'll make sure that I link up their YouTube channels down below for you guys to check it out as well. Amazing YouTubers, content creators, friends, and they are part of building the local YouTube community here where I reside in Houston, Texas. And more on that later. But if you're in Houston, you gotta join our Facebook group, Vid Houston. We have an amazing supportive group. We actually have YouTubers from all over. It's Houston based, but we get video content creators from all over the US. And I think we have actually all over the world. We have a few that are that live elsewhere. So definitely join Vid Houston. I'll make sure I link that up down below as well. So I was inspired. I was like, hey, we did our first meetup recently, actually last night to be exact, November 30th. An amazing event. Shout out to everybody who attended. We had a great turnout, really, really nice turnout. And I met some really cool, just inspiring, motivating content creators, just creatives, people that are doing it and are making things happen. And yeah, it was just such a great event. So shout out to Vid Houston. And because you inspired me along with the Vid Houston team, to embark on this craziness of 25 days of vlogging. And I'm doing it again because last year it was a challenge, and it was more of a practice of, can I do this for 25 days or whatever? And I did it, I did it. And there were times where I think for the first 2 weeks I was okay. And then like mid-month, I was like, oh, this is getting tough. And then I started thinking about like, why as content creators, and you may feel this way as well, because this is a topic that's brought up not only within my clients, but also with just other creators and conversations I have with them, is that, where does the content come from? Like, how can you do 25 days of content? How can I post? How can I stay consistent with the content? And, I've been leaning into that challenge, that common challenge lately, because I'm challenged by it too as well. It's like, oh man, I got so much I want to talk about. Excuse me. So much content in my head. I don't know what to share. And we talked about this at our meetup last night about, how do you, that's a common topic, question, how do you stay consistent? Where do you come up with content ideas? And the truth is that if you are in a space, whether it's you are in there was a YouTuber who's in the automobile, like he helps with the mechanics, the automotive industry, or let's say you're in the personal development industry, or whatever industry that you are in, ideas are everywhere. Ideas, content comes from conversations that you have with peers, right? This piece of content that I'm putting for Vlogmas Day 1, it's inspired by conversations I had last night with fellow content creators, and conversations I had with Eric and Roy, and conversations I've had with myself and clients. This common challenge of, where do you come up with ideas? How can you even fathom the idea of doing 25 days straight of vlogging or video content? Where are these ideas coming from? That's 25 topics. Like, get out of here. Like, that's way too much. That alone is daunting, and is one of the main reasons why people don't do Vlogmas. Aside from like, oh my God, I gotta, edit, and I gotta do all these things for 25 days, which is a lot of work, right? Which is the reason, by the way, I'm gonna take the same approach that I did last year, which was create the content and put it out there. Like, I may or may not do a thumbnail. There's no editing. I'm just going for it, and I'm just sharing. And I also want this to be an example, and hopefully inspire you if you're watching this. Even if you don't want to do a Vlogmas, like if you don't want to do a 25-day straight video challenge, but to inspire you if you've been sitting, on the sidelines, thinking about launching a podcast, or thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or creating an online brand or platform, and you're thinking, I just don't know what to say or what to share. I don't have editing chops. I don't have like this extreme camera confidence or behind the mic confidence. How can I do this? And you do it by practicing and embracing the suck. One of the things that I heard recently, and I loved it, I heard it from a buddy of mine, Ben Azada, who has the Keto Camp YouTube channel. He said, you success. Like you suck until you get to success. And we talked about this last night at our meetup, in that, just the practice of it, the practice of just showing up. We have a lot of YouTubers that have just been creating content simply by going live, like live streaming. And then you have people like myself, who's like, the iPhone vlogger, non-editing, just raw, and my message yesterday, my takeaway that I was, or the key tip that I was trying to share with everybody who attended was, share one message a day. And that's ultimately, essentially what I'm doing here, is just sharing a message, and it could be random. It could, maybe I'll meander and get too long-winded or whatever, but that's okay. We're vlogging. So if you stuck around this long, thank you. Thank you for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. So going back to my whole point is that when it comes to where do content ideas come from, how can you as a creator or someone looking to build an online platform come up with ideas? You come up with these ideas by simply, number one, committing to showing up, committing to the practice, committing to being open and staying curious about your industry. Because I guarantee you know a lot more than you think. You have experiences that other people will learn from. So by you saying yes and giving yourself permission to show up, that is where the gold happens. That's where the magic happens. That's where the value, and that's how you build a personal brand, by simply showing up, press and record, not worrying about all the other things. Sure, you can get on to editing and thumbnails and bumpers and all that, and sure, you can do that, right? Me, I'm doing this because I want to show up and I want to practice and I want to build momentum going into 2022, where I do want to get more vicious. That's right, I use the word vicious. I want to get more vicious with my content creation. I feel like I go hard. I have these sprints and then I drop off, and I go hard and then I have these sprints and then I drop off. So listen, I'm challenged. I'm not perfect. I'm challenged by burnout as well. And I feel like I get burned out pretty quickly because I have this love-hate relationship with social media. But I do understand the value, and I understand that my community, right, your community is out there on social media. They're in Facebook groups, they're attending meetups, they're out there. So if you want to position yourself as a brand authority, as a leader, as an expert, or someone who wants to build a coaching business and wants to reach out clients, I mean, you just got to show up, right? You got to practice. You got to let people know you know the biz, like you know your stuff. And you got to let them know that you are there for them, most importantly. So you do that by showing up. And the one who shows up the most is going to win. I mean, that's one thing that I've discovered. I've seen a lot of people who are in my space that are podcast coaches and personal development coaches. And, I look at that work and objectively I see it. I'm like, it's what are they talking about? Like, what? Some of the advice out there is just like garbage. It's just my personal opinion, just is not there. But they got a following and they're crushing it. But I mean, they show up. I can't hate. I'm not hating on them. They show up. They show up a lot more than I do. So if you show up on the field, if you show up to play the game, you have the opportunity to win the game. And that's the only way to win the game, is by showing up and practicing. So athletes understand this. Leaders in every industry who are dominating in their industry understand this. Coaches, consultants, content creators understand this. So I wanted to shoot this video. I'm in my car. That's where I get the best audio. I have my little earbuds in, but I'm gonna go for a walk, and I just was like, I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to have wind all up in your earbuds. Although, who knows? I may take you for a walk one day. I'm sure I will. But I wanted to shoot this day one Vlogmas just to share that message with you. So if you stuck around for this long, thank you so much. Please hit subscribe, like, and definitely, most importantly, comment down below. Let me know what was the takeaway and what you got from this video. All right. So thank you so much. Shout out once again to Vid Houston, Roy, Eric, Vid Houston team, Pod Houston, everybody who attended. And of course, if you're watching this and you're subscribed to this channel or recently subscribed and you're watching this right now, thank you. I'm back, baby. 25 days of vlogging. So I'll be back tomorrow with another message. All right, gotta go. Peace and one love, and happy 1st of December. You enjoy.